The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. And by JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print just about anything. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Good afternoon. Welcome to MCI High School here in beautiful downtown Pittsfield. We're not in Pittsburgh
that'd be
yet.
That'd be
something. We're
yeah.
talking about a road trip. I hope we get mileage when we go do games in Pittsburgh. Let me start that again. Good afternoon. Welcome to MCI High School here in beautiful downtown Pittsfield, Maine, where today here on The Score we bring you live coverage. Class B Northfield hockey between two 1 and 2 field hockey teams, the MCI Huskies and the Cony Rams. He's AJ Knight. I'm Mike Violet. Chaz Wing running our camera. Ashley Knight is running our graphics right behind AJ. And 1 and 2, both 1 and 2, a win for the MCI Huskies over Mount View by a score of 11-0. Not much fun there for Mount View. And for Cony, the game that we did to open up the season, they beat Winslow 9-0. Since that time, they've lost to a pretty good Levitt team 5-1 and lost to Lawrence. We had that game on Thursday night by a score of 2-1. That was a terrific game. Caroline Hendrickson back in the lineup. She certainly made a difference, and she's good to go today.
Yeah, I think for Cony, right, they're looking for some stability because, like you said, Hendrickson out. They started the season with a couple injuries. Then you get your big pieces back, Hendrickson being the one we'll mention a ton, but then you make the goalie change. And so Cony looking to, I think, find some stability and build off of it. That being said, even though they lost to Lawrence, which again was an excellent game, Central Maine Sports on YouTube. If you haven't found it, subscribed already, do. It was awesome. Great it was game. The definition of playoff intensity for a regular season game. You know, Cony doesn't get the win. They played really well in a matchup that I think if you told people, Class B North region finals, I don't think anybody would necessarily scoff at that. There's big expectations for both these teams, and it lived up to the hype. And they're just looking to get back on track on the winning side.
Yeah, they did make it. They, being Cony, made a change in goal. Avery Maxim replaced by Courtney Ramage, who played the other night, a freshman against the Lawrence Bulldogs. And they certainly didn't lose the game because of goalkeeping. No. They lost the game because Lawrence really, really pressured them in the last 5-10 minutes of the game and scored the eventual game-winning goal for the MCI Huskies. A loss to Belfast. No shame there. Belfast is really good again this year, 7-1, and they also lost to Nokomis. Nokomis is really good, too, by a score of 3-0. So they and Cony come in at 1 and 2, and the whole thing, according to the head coach of the MCI Huskies, Terry Jean Wilkinson, for them is depth. They have none. They have 11 players who will start and then 2 players on the bench. That is it. They've really worked very diligently in the preseason on conditioning for obvious reasons, because everybody pretty much has to play, the entire game.
Yeah, and not a great matchup for a Cony team, I think, especially as they get healthy. We saw against Lawrence with Hendrickson. Vachon had a really big second half. They can really control the midfield and get out in transition and sort of change this into maybe a more up-tempo game, which does not favor, obviously, the Huskies with those shallow reinforcements.
Yeah, and one way to keep a slower-paced game, a lower tempo game, is they're playing on grass here. This field, by the way, is in tremendous condition. This might be the best conditioned real grass field hockey field in the state of Maine. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. I was talking to Jason Allen, the athletic director, before the game. He works really hard at making sure it's very well manicured, and it really is. So the fact that it's in great condition is great, and for a real grass field, it's a fast field, but for Cony, who plays on artificial turf, it's probably a bit slower. So perhaps that will slow the tempo down a bit for MCI and help keep them in the game.
I was just going to say, those are bold words, because you and I find ourselves in Scout Vegas tomorrow, and they're going to be hearing these comments you're making about this grass field here.
This field's in better condition than theirs is, and that's saying something right there. Am I going to be in trouble tomorrow?
I'm just going to say, the athletic director, Mr. Jones out of Skowhegan, is one of our absolute biggest fans.
Well, Mr. Jones just texted me not long ago, because I texted him to tell him that we're going to be there. And Mike Lauder is going to be the site director tomorrow, because A.D. Jones has a golf tournament that he has to go not play in. His daughter's playing.
Okay. I was going to say, okay.
His daughter, Lydia,
his daughter's
is playing.
Is a really good golfer.
So I don't know if Mike is going to bust our chops for saying that. He certainly is welcome to. We're fair game. We've always said that.
Well, we try to be objective, right? That's the number one goal of, Mike Violet, AJ Knight on Central Maine Sports, is we tell it like it is.
Look at this field, man. It's in great shape. It is coiffed, baby. Absolutely coiffed. All right, we're just about set to go. It is the MCI Huskies, the Cony Rams, the coin toss going on right now. We're back with field hockey from Pittsfield after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here on a summer-like day on September 16th here at MCI in Pittsfield. As the teams take the field, Cony is in their reds with the white numerals and MCI in the whites with the dark numerals. And Avery Maxim is back in goal today for the Cony Rams. I thought that was her wearing number 88.
Dang
and it is.
Now I got to change my stat sheet.
So Maxim is in goal to our right, the sophomore, and down to our left, Chi Rivera.
Yeah, speaking of lack of substitutes, you made a really good point. Got to stay healthy, your MCI, especially for the one and only goalie on the roster.
Chi. Her real name is Keydaliz, which I love. Keydaliz. Keydaliz is Chi. And Cony has the ball to start things off here. The Rams going right to left. And the Huskies from left to right. 2 1 and 2 field hockey teams ready to get after it. And you know who starts it off. That's Abby Morrill for the Cony Rams. Morrill wearing number 28. Lost her running partner, Macy Freeman, to graduation at Thomas College, but she has still dominated in games that we have seen. MCI able to gain control, picking it up there. Riley Williams, and a restart here. Check that. No, it's 21 Celia Stinson. Restart here for MCI. Flipped up. It'll go over the defense, over Doobie's stick, and all the way back. Maybe a break in here. Walking in is Aaliyah Harris. Harris laid it over, and they didn't get a shot off. But I think we're going to get a penalty corner right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, nice job breakaway there. Just kind of jumped it over everybody's heads.
Aaliyah Harris was ready to break in. She is going to be part of this penalty corner, but it'll be Vivian Walker who will dish it. So literally just a minute in, we have our first penalty corner of the game for MCI. And converting on these is oh so important here. Stinson belts it. It's kicked out there by Maxim. That here on the pad. Bouncer is through. Saved back there as Maxim was out of the net, and it was Doobie saving a goal. Natalie Doobie saved a goal, and we'll have another penalty corner. So the heat applied right off by MCI. Vivian Walker again will dish. Walker slides it up to the circle. They've got a play design. The turn, the shot is high. Getting way underneath that was Bailey Churchill. And it went out on the side. It will be a Cony ball.
Yeah, looking for a deflection there. And I think it got up on MCI a little on that backside, got up a little quick on her.
All right, so Natalie Doobie will start it up for Cony. Gets it up to the middle to Helen Deneen. Deneen had it taken away at center, and I can already tell that Celia Stinson is a player. 21 for MCI, really good. She's always around the ball. She's around it now. It's taken by Cony, though, and the Rams break it in. Casey Monson, we get a whistle. We got a nice email the other day from Mary Beth Burgoyne, the head coach at Winslow, about our broadcast of field hockey games. And she did admonish us nicely that there's no such thing as offsides in field hockey.
Good to know.
We're learning, Mary Beth.
Woo!
This is a work in progress here. This is OJT. This is on-the-job training. When it comes to field hockey, that's for sure. It's Gabby Vachon gaining control of it.
That whistle, I think, going the other way.
Yeah, they gave it to MCI.
And I think
Whacked
quickly
out.
going back to the Rams.
Yep.
Let's say Hendrickson there took a whack at that one trying to get to Deneen, but that's one of the adjustments. Like you said, grass took, I think, a little bit something off of that, so you're maybe going to have to anticipate a little bit quicker.
Here's my fave, Caroline Hendrickson. Back in the lineup, going to play it back to Doobie. Doobie way outside the circle, bounces it in, looking for a deflection. It's kept alive there by Monson. And now we have a whistle and our first penalty corner of the day for the Cony Rams. So that makes it 2-1 in penalty corners.
Credit the Huskies coming out and I think surprising the Rams really quick with some transition, 2 quick penalty corners.
Casey Monson to the left of Chi Rivera. We'll dish it off. Almost 4 minutes into the first period, no score. Cony and MCI field hockey today on the score. First of 3 field hockey games in a row this week. We are field hockey crazy here on the score. Inside the circle, the backhander high and wide. Rivera and out of play. Tomorrow it's Mount Ararat at Skowhegan. Ooh.
That's a big one. We just saw Mount Ararat go up to Oakland last week and shut out the Eagles.
And
the other Eagles.
The other Eagles.
Well said, Chaz.
And then on Wednesday, we've got night field hockey. Gardner at Cony at 7 o'clock.
Looking forward to that one. A special night for Cony, too. I know you're arranging, right, to chit-chat with the coach.
Going to talk to Holly Daigle Wednesday about Sticks for Cancer.
Sticks for Cancer,
yes.
There it is.
Here is Caroline Hendrickson. Lays it inside the circle. Cleared out, though, by Daigle. Or checked up by Celia Stinson. Now taken back and working it in slowly was LaBelle. And we had a whistle just as Kaylin LaBelle was able to get control of it.
I think they didn't like her restart spot.
Okay, so now restarting it, Caroline Hendrickson. She gets tied up. Good stick work there by Aaliyah Harris. And it is going to be a penalty corner here for Casey Monson and Cony. So we're tied in penalty corners 2-2.
And such a big deal because, like you said, you get it to Morrill. If you challenge her, we've seen her repeatedly this season go by defenders.
All right, Casey Monson on the dish. They work it back out. Now to the top, trying to go to Abby Morrill. Morrill backhands it inside the circle. Getting a stick on it there was Nora Jamieson. Jamieson at least got it outside the circle. It was kept alive by Morrill. Now we get sticks tied up. And it is going to be a restart here for MCI.
You think, Mike, is you seeing the same thing? I think Cony struggling a little bit here, adjusting to the grass.
Yeah, I do think that's a thing. I mean, we talk a lot about this with Paula Dowdy about changing surfaces and how difficult it is if you do play on turf like Cony does all the time. And we've got a penalty corner here for Cony. So quickly, after MCI had 2, the Rams with 3 in a row, and how you do have to adjust on it. For them, they play on grass, half their games on grass at Skowhegan, and it's a different game.
Yeah, I think you're seeing them struggle a little bit with the lack of ball speed.
A fan on that. It does roll out to the edge of the circle to Morrill, swept up by Natalie Doobie. It's blocked. Trying to run it off there with Celia Stinson. And let's see, another one? Yes.
I would say I think Cony's struggling a little bit, obviously, with the slower ball traveling through the grass, but also crisper hits. You obviously need to make more solid contact.
All right, here's the pass to Doobie. Natalie back inside, trying to sweep it in front there, and Monson fanned on that. This will now go to MCI. The Huskies should get control of this.
Credit to Stinson as well there. She went to poke it out. I think that one actually happened outside the circle, so you're not going to get the penalty corner, but it stays here with the Rams. Right, but Stinson jumped that pass.
All right, Doobie. No score here, 7:55 to go first period. Cony and MCI. First of 3 field hockey games in a row this week here on the score. Field hockey, field hockey, field hockey, then boys soccer, and then football. That's a block there by Aaliyah Harris. MCI hemmed in, kept in now by Katie Morin. Morin slid it over to Doobie. Doobie whacked it inside the circle. It's out. And this should go to MCI.
Yeah. Cony, despite getting those 4 quick penalty corners, I think struggling just to make the passes inside the circle.
All right, restart here. This is Celia Stinson. Stinson sticked away from her. Excellent defense by Helen Deneen. Deneen tries a sweep check where Monson did. Now it slides over to Charlotte Peasley. Peasley over the line to Williams. Riley Williams down the right. Maxim is ready for her. Williams is centering pass to Peasley. Didn't connect. It was deflected away by Cony. Kept alive. We got a whistle, and this is going to go to the Rams.
That's fans over here, Husky fans over here, shouting that hit Doobie's foot, which I agree with them, which should have been, I think, a penalty corner.
All right, Doobie flips it up, clears looking for Morrill, intercepted by Stinson.
That's a great matchup right there.
Stinson and Morrill, 28 in red, Morrill, 21 in white, Stinson. Here's Caroline Hendrickson. Caroline right side. I think that's Doobie. Flying down the right side. No, check that. It's Gabby Vash on the freshman. Now a steal by MCI. Now stolen right back by the Cony Rams. Rams trying to apply some pressure. Now a steal by MCI. Huskies clear. Ball up near midfield. Trying to hustle on it there. Kate Morin. And it's a restart here for MCI.
It's just, as we've learned early in this season, if Cony's got a fast break going down that right side, it's probably Vachon.
Right.
She was so huge in transition.
All right, here's Morrill. Morrill looking to get inside the circle. Whistle just as she did. And they'll restart it. Caroline Hendrickson. Nice move to the backhand. Caroline backhands it inside. Shot and a score. Man, that was a bomb. And that was Abby Morrill.
No surprise there. Morrill gets that one. Hendrickson, I don't think, got quite as much as she wanted on it, but absolutely got it to Morrill, who said, oh, don't worry, I'll add the turbo to this shot. And Cony gets on the board first.
So a turbo shot by Abby Morrill, and Cony leads it 1-0. That was a blast. Look at this little bit of stickery here by Lucia Wilson.
I like that. The only player I think
check that, Riley Williams, number 2.
The only player I think we've seen do something comparable in that is Savage occasionally for Skowhegan. You'll see her do that where she kind of picks it up and pops it along.
Excellent move. It's certainly obviously legal. Here's Williams again. Ball knocked away from her. Play near midfield. Monson trying to poke at it there with Nora Jamison. Cony on the restart. Doobie with the Rams up 1-0. Flips it up. Looking for the freshman Vachon going back in the white direction.
Credit to MCI. I think they've done a nice job sticking with the Rams thus far. Obviously, the field has tilted a little bit the Rams' way, and when you get more on the half circle, it's kind of hoping for some luck.
All right, flipped up. Here's Aaliyah Harris, and play is blown dead. It's going to go to Cony.
Yeah, I think Harris contact on the stick there.
All right, Doobie flips. Goes by Hendrickson at midfield. Goes by Morrill. Goes all the way back to Nora Jamison. Now it's stolen. Walking in is Morrill. Morrill defended and taken away.
Yeah, she didn't quite have a good grip on that, but it was a nice steal nonetheless.
MCI on the bust out. Doobie slows it. Doobie over midfield. Doobie trying to stick handle. Can't get it past Angelina Bosver. And it is an MCI ball. Flipped up, missed. And back there is Johnson. Haley Johnson over on the far side being defended by Lucia Wilson. Rams trying to get it up and out, leading 1-0 on an Abby Morrill goal. 4 minutes to go in the first. Cony has kind of taken over territorially of the play. Here's Doobie on the clear.
Oh, nice.
Doobie, nice pass in the middle. Here is Morrill stick handling. Look out. Abby Morrill in the open field, tried to lay it ahead, did get it ahead. Back checking there, Vivian Walker, and they slow it down. And Walker getting back in the play really disrupted things. And it's going to go to MCI. It's going to be Celia Stinson.
Yeah, Morrill tried to drop that off to Deneen, didn't quite get enough on it. Then Deneen reaching back commits the infraction.
All right, here's Williams scooting up the right side, being defended by Charest. Tries to center it. It bounces. Maxim kicks at it there, and it goes out of play.
See if that actually was a save. I think that would have hit the side. I think Maxim just taking a,
all right,
making sure.
Out at the line, Stinson. Stinson, right side for Jamison. Jamison inside the circle. Right there is Williams. Williams couldn't use it, though. And back to get it is Doobie. Doobie hemmed in. Doobie checked on the play by Peasley. MCI with some pressure. Peasley inside the circle. It's knocked away. Right there is Williams. A whistle is blown. And it's going to go to Cony with 2:45 left in the first.
Nice little flurry there. MCI's had some moments. The question, Mike, obviously like we talked about with MCI just having the two subs. Oh, nope, it's penalty corner.
It's a penalty corner, okay.
That's
why everybody stayed right there. So the third for MCI, it is 4-3 in penalty corners in favor of Cony. Rams donning the headgear belatedly. And the dish to the right of Avery Maxim. Here it comes. Out to the top. Firing it there is Stinson. It's blocked. Now picking the loose ball up is Aaliyah Harris, and that goes out.
See if Maxim got a piece of that one. Stint says a nice defensive effort there from Cony. I don't think it did. I don't think that made it to Maxim.
All right, 1:55 left in the first. Abby Morrill's goal for Cony is it. 1-0 Rams. Midfield or close to midfield, Jamison ties up Deneen. They're going to give it to Cony. Caroline Hendrickson whacks one, and it is stopped by Vivian Walker. And a whistle just as the ball was played by Hendrickson at midfield. Good battle here between Stinson and Hendrickson. Stinson checked, and just as she was hit there on the far side, it's a restart.
Body contact against Cony kept it with her.
All right, Haley Johnson with a pick off there. Johnson sliding it up to Caitlin Dutil stolen back. Now Johnson with it again. Johnson with her back to the defender, Charlotte Peasley. A restart here for Cony.
Yeah, off the Husky body there. Can't play it off the body.
Up to Dutil. Dutil, nice move. Dutil stuffed. Just as she was ready to break over midfield, Danielle Armiger stopped her. Cony comes back with it, though. Morrell's ahead of the play. Look out. Abby Morrell sticked away from her. Excellent defense by Jamison. Jamison ahead for Peasley. Peasley right in front of us by Charest. Can't get by Natalie Doobie, though.
Last off Doobie, MCI again. Another chance here to get in the offensive zone.
30 seconds left. It does get inside the offensive zone. Aaliyah Harris. Harris trying to angle to the net. Harris in front there of Avery Maxim. There's a cluster of players, and it is going to go to Cony on the restart with 15 seconds left. So MCI with another flurry. And the Huskies have done a good job since the Cony goal. That is going to run out the clock in the first period. So the lone goal, a goal by Abby Morrell at the 9:13 mark of the first period. That is it. The score from MCI High School in Pittsfield is Cony 1, MCI nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Our broadcasts of local sports on The Score are brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu for more information. Your future starts now at CMCC. The second period starts now for the Cony Rams and the MCI Huskies. 1-0 Cony.
I thought the goal, I think, a result of Cony being able to tilt the field, but MCI, I think, did a nice job. They got a couple flurries, had the first two shots on goal. Technically, only one save made by Maximus. Didn't get to see in the replay, but somebody else knocked one down for Cony. And I think MCI playing a little bit with fire. Morrell clearly wants to get out in space and go one-on-one, and I think the Huskies defense did a nice job mucking that up, but I think defensively he played pretty well.
Abby Morrell starts it up to Caroline Hendrickson. Actually starts it back to Caroline. Laid over on the far side to Kaylin LaBelle. Sticks tied up there. It's going to go hustling up, as you can see, Stinson on the restart. Stinson has a motor on her, that's for sure. She's always playing fast. All right, Cony back at it in the middle. Morrell. Morrell backhands it ahead. Morrell's got the goal. Got a whistle here. Restart for Cony. It'll be Hendrickson.
Cony trying to get a quick restart, and that ref very quickly said, no.
Caroline sort of fanned on that as it went inside to Freeman, And
Penalty
this
corner.
is going to be a penalty corner for Cony, their 5th.
Yeah, insult to injury. Obviously, Henderson trying to power that through, get a deflection. She was looking specifically for Morrill, and I think it caught a Husky defender's body inside the half circle. Quick penalty corner.
All right, Casey Monson will dish. Abby Morrill, the 2nd on the edge of the semicircle, wearing number 28.
She usually doesn't operate the point.
Goes by her to Caroline Hendrickson. Hendrickson lets it go, looking for a tip. It is in front, backhanded, score! The goal, Helen Deneen. And Cony scores off a penalty corner. It's 2-zip.
I want to take a look real quick one more time at the Mid-State Machine instant replay. Hendrickson obviously blasted that one. And I think it got stopped, so as much as I think Hendrickson might deserve another assist, I think that's just a straight goal.
Straight goal for Helen Deneen. Deneen, the sophomore. And Abby Morrill, the senior, with the 2 tallies. MCI could use one badly here. Huskies have certainly had some opportunities. They have been pesky offensively. Here's Riley Williams, who's been one of those pesky pests in the MCI uniform.
A hint of friskiness is what I hear you say.
Here's Stinson, that too. Stinson inside the circle. Loose ball rolls around. Right there, an opportunity for Peasley, and Peasley was blocked. Peasley with a rebound. Peasley slides it right side of the net. Operating in close quarters to Avery Maxim, but it rolls out to Helen Deneen. Deneen can't clear it. Kept in the zone by Jamison. Rolls it in, swept out of there. Haley Johnson playing good defense along with Doobie. And a penalty corner for the Huskies. This will be their 4th. It's
nice job.
5-4.
Nice job there, MCI. I think Cony a little bit playing with fire, gifted MCI an opportunity there because that just rolled backside, and then just waiting there for MCI was Peasley. She just couldn't quite get it through to Maxim.
All right, so Vivian Walker will deal it. Walker out front to Stinson. Stinson's slapper is partially blocked on the play by Moore and Luz. And it is out right near the side of the net, and Avery Maxim.
And Maxim went out to kick that. Can't quite tell. We'll take one more quick look at the Mid-State Machine instant replay. I think she missed that. It rolled backside. MCI had a chance but just couldn't track down the loose ball.
A steal by Celia Stinson. Stinson midfield.
She's a good player.
She sure is. Like I said, that motor runs all the time, and she's got great speed. Stinson down the far side, dragging that ball with her. Centers it to the middle. It's Williams trying to poke at it. Loose ball and a penalty corner here for MCI. I want to thank some of our other sponsors that we have as well. Some newbies on board. KVFCU, invested in you. JDH3 Design. JDH3designs.com, where they can print just about anything. And also by Heights Chevrolet. Of course, always been with us. Our family is here for your family at Heights Chevrolet.
Hard to talk about Skowhegan sports and not mention
You
Heights.
can't. It is impossible. All right, penalty corner here for the Huskies. Back it goes. The sweep in front blocked. Still loose. A high shot. That's off the side of the net.
They get another shot there on Maxim, who actually has to make a save that time. Cony's playing with fire here, Mike. Like you said right before, you gave some love to those that make our coverage possible. It's 5-5 penalty corners.
Even. MCI with a steal, but taking it right back was Abby Morrill. Then she lost it. Then Cony took it right back. Now it's at midfield. Rams looking to advance. Cannot. Stolen by Aaliyah Harris. Aaliyah Harris, number 8. She's been a factor here today, too, for MCI. For those of you watching our stream, a flip up. Trying to get a roll through maybe for a deflection there for Charlotte Peasley. Didn't connect. Over on the far side, Haley Johnson. Johnson, who's a very good defender for Cony. We're number 16 for those of you watching our video stream. Look at her zig and zag there, trying to stick handle out of the zone. Instead, she gives it up this time.
Mike, look right now, MCI moving a little bit quicker to the ball than Cony. Cony looking a little bit tired.
Look out here, Stinson. Stinson down the far side, checked on the play by LaBelle. Whistle as Stinson was trying to get inside the circle. Penalty corner Or no, a restart?
No, just staying with MCI.
Okay. Stinson, a center, rolls all the way through. Boy, Riley Williams couldn't get the stick down. Saved on the near side by Jamison. Jamison kept it alive, flipped up now for Deneen. Helen on a whistle. A restart here for MCI.
Yeah, she had a chance to break out there, instead off her ankle.
And just as Jamison started the restart, they make her do it again. And now what? Penalty corner? Yep.
Yeah, I think on the restart, something Cony did, so they restarted again. She takes a step inside the circle.
So now PCs are 6-5 in favor of MCI.
The Huskies got to find a way to capitalize, though. Still only 3 shots on goal, and the first 2 came on that opening transition opportunity to start the game.
All right, Vivian Walker will deal it. Walker back out deep. The pass inside, rolls by the stick of Williams. Riley runs it down, keeps it inside the circle. Checked. Excellent defense there by LaBelle to get out there. Still with a mask on. And now the ball pops up to Aaliyah Harris.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately pops up, and I think that caught Wilson, and again, off the body penalty. Uh-oh.
Oh, Hendrickson, great centering pass. Here's Morrill. Morrill, one girl to beat, that's Churchill. Flipped it around her. No, Churchill got a piece of it. I think she got it with her elbow.
Yeah, and the big defensive play there kind of just stood strong, and now all of a sudden the possible breakout goes the other way.
You don't make that play there, that's a breakaway for Abby Morrill. No doubt about it. I don't think there's anything more frightening for a goaltender here in Central Maine than Abby Morrill one-on-one. I like her odds there. Stolen by Jamison. Nora at midfield. Bats it down, flips it up, goes by the stick there of Doobie. Doobie gets on it, runs into Riley Williams. They blow it dead. They'll give it to Cony here with 7:50 to go in the first half. It is 2-0 Cony. Rams with a goal from Morrill in the first and Deneen in the second. Aaliyah Harris stole it. Stolen right back by Casey Monson. Stolen right back by MCI. Stolen right back by Casey Monson. A lot of thievery going on out there. Here's Celia Stinson. Stinson lays it by. Doobie. Stinson down the right side. Charest riding her hip. Now Johnson steals the centering pass. Johnson's checked by Peasley. Johnson on the backhand trying to come up the sideline. And a whistle behind the play.
Going MCI. Tell you what, Cony got the goal to start this second.
Woo! Stinson wound one up, and it rolled all the way through everybody. Didn't get tipped by anyone, and is out on the far side.
Cony obviously got the goal, and they're up 2-0. Ever since that goal, MCI has really started to tilt the field their way. They just haven't been able to get him to max them.
Well, you can hear the MCI fans right beside us. Let's go, White. Let's keep it up, White. They've definitely turned it up a couple of notches. Doobie. Ball tipped out midfield. Danielle Arminger. Arminger stolen by
Deneen.
I had a brain cramp there for a second. Sorry. Helen Deneen.
We are fighting the sun.
Celia, no, I can't blame it on the sun. I just absolutely, I cramped up. Here's Morrill. I know who she is. Morrill looking to go in, looking to shoot. She does, and it's wide.
MCI lucky break there, as you see right there at the beginning of the Mid-State Machine instant replay, misplay, and you give Morrill a chance to run with the ball inside the half circle. Not too many times she's not going to at least force your goalie to make a save.
All right, restart here for the Huskies. 6 minutes to go in the half. Ball bounces out. Charest, and we get a whistle from the official right in front of us, signaling that it's MCI's ball. All right, midfield, they get it ahead to Charlotte Peasley. Peasley goes between the defenders, looking for Harris. Taken away from her, and running it out of the zone is Haley Johnson. Johnson scales it up the right side to Gabby Vachon. Vachon, the freshman, checked by Stinson. And it'll be a restart here for Cony for Vachon. Vachon checked by Stinson. They'll do it again.
Yeah, Vachon had a huge second half against Lawrence. She constantly was getting, geez, I'm Pete.
That was directed at Caroline Hendrickson.
Yeah, who just
you were doing that in the context of being very praiseworthy for the speed of that shot, right?
Yeah, yes, she just they hit the restart and she hammered it. I was going to say Vachon, though, was big against Lawrence in the second half. Really contributed to a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately for the Rams, goaltending and defense for Bulldogs stood up strong in the second half.
All right, almost picked up by Deneen on the near side. Cony trying to keep it in. And it's cleared out by Peasley. Peasley tripped up, hustles back, grabs her stick, and immediately the ball almost found her. Jamison, though, swoops in, clears it out. Over midfield now for Cony, Kate Morin. Morin over midfield, swipes it ahead. It is picked off by Stinson. Kept alive by Cony to Abby Morrill. Morrill with Deneen going to the net. And Morrill couldn't do anything with it because Vivian Walker wouldn't leave her alone.
And Morin tried to pop that back in, but before that whistle sends it back to MCI.
All right, Huskies ball. Spiking it up is Stinson. It's blocked, though, by Abby Morrill. Morrill stick handles between defenders, now picked off by Nora Jamison. Jamison, though, stopped, and it's going to go back to Cony. Ashley Olsen slides it up. It's going to be Hendrickson to restart it. Back to Olsen. Or check that back to Doobie. Doobie flips it up. It rolls in front. It never got through to Chi Rivera, but it is going to be a penalty corner.
Yeah, that one going through looking for the deflection, bouncing off a body. Easy penalty corner pickup there for the Rams, who
6-6.
Now make it 6-6.
All right, Cony huddling at the point of the circle. Let's see what they decide upon.
So we've already seen sort of the give to we've seen Hendrickson take a blast. We've seen the give to Morrill.
This is Casey Monson. Slides it out to Doobie. Doobie belts it. It's blocked. Hustling out there to block it was Angelita Bosver. And a whistle right at the edge of the circle, and it belongs to MCI.
Not penalty corner.
Nope, okay. Let's give Cony their 7th penalty corner then.
That credit to, that was, nope, wrong team.
Monson will do it again. Casey slides it up top to Doobie. Doobie is checked, and Doobie has it stolen away ever so briefly by Angelina Bosver, but goes right back to Cony. And
I'm gonna go back.
MCI restart.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to MCI, I think, on the follow-through there from Doobie.
2:20 remaining in the half, 2-0. It isn't because, as Morrill steals it here.
Ooh.
Morrill stole it from Stinson. Morrill goes in and scores. Wow! That's a highlight reel goal by Abby Morrill to make it 3-zip Cony.
Yeah, just great defense and then just weaving in and out of traffic as she puts that one in.
Time of the goal, 12:54, and Cony up 3-love.
And we saw her do that against Lawrence, too. In fact, the lone goal that they scored, actually, quick point question here, Mike. They're not putting it up on the scoreboard.
Maybe it wasn't a goal. So perhaps that one. Well, also this clock hasn't started yet either, so who knows? Maybe the clock froze. They went and faced it off at midfield, which makes me think that it was a goal.
Yeah, because I think if it wasn't a goal, they'd have just a restart on their end. Yeah, I'm with you. Good logic.
The clock, I think, is mucked up somehow. It's not working. The officials should be keeping, and now they've shut it off. They're going to reboot it. Do what you always do as a IT professional, reboot the computer.
All right, well, our scoreboard, it's 3-0 Cony with 90 seconds.
Right. All right, restart here for MCI. Nora Jamison right in front of us, slowed by Ashley Olsen. Restart again for Jamison. Jamison flips to the middle. Aaliyah Harris redirects it up. Haley Johnson had it for a moment. Now it is picked off. Johnson again took it away from Aaliyah Harris. Now it's Jamison stealing it. Jamison, we've got a whistle. Going to go to Cony. Going to go to MCI. That's why you pointed in the MCI direction.
I did.
Thanks, AJ.
Trying to help.
Nora Jamison. I'm also directionally challenged, too, among other things.
Let's stay with MCI.
So many challenges. Directions also one of them. All right, Stinson. Been one of the more impressive players on the field for both sides here in the first half. Has it right side. It's knocked out of bounds.
Henderson just swept that out. I think Cony trying to just content to kind of kill some clock.
Stinson on the reboot.
Uh-oh.
And Abby Morrill with 3 players to beat. Beats 1. Abby Morrill, I have no idea how much time is
20
left.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Morrill gaining momentum to the circle, slowed up. Her teammates catch up. Now it's cleared out. Trying to keep it in there for the Cony Rams, Catherine DeSantos. And
5 seconds.
MCI able to get it out to midfield. And this should be it. And
I thought they gave the whistle. That should be.
So did I. The clock is back on, although it's still stuck at 2:06 and 2-0 on the score. But there can't be any time left in.
No.
At least in our world, anyway.
This should be half right now.
I don't know what they're doing out there. This half should be over with. Morrill takes it in. Morrill, they're still going to let him play. Morrill with a backhander. It's kicked out by Rivera. And I believe finally, better late than never, they decide that the first half is over with. Well, the scoreboard says it's 2-0. We say it is 3-0 until we find out otherwise. That's what we're going to stick with. 2 goals from Abby Morrill, 1 from Helen Deneen, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Cony up, there it is on the scoreboard now. Our score at the half. The Cony Rams 3, the MCI Huskies nothing. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company is coming up next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew. Today, Chaz Wing running the camera, Ashley Knight doing our graphics. We are back here live at MCI High School in Pittsfield. It's a 3-0 Cony lead at the half. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Let's take a look at some of these first half highlights, which will eventually include the 3 goals.
Yeah, this very early in the game, MCI kind of got a tilted possession there. Maxim knocks it down, and see if I can give credit to who it was in the cage. Not sure, but someone other than Maxim, tough to see, I'll know later. But someone other than Maxim picked up a Cony save. Then, of course, we get 3 Cony goals.
Yep, then the Cony goal-scoring flurry began. Abby Morrill started it at 9:13 of the first period to make it 1-0 Rams. It was 1-0 Cony at the end of 1. And then Cony.
Yeah, there's Deneen, and that was the great individual play there by Morrill. That was the third one.
Deneen scoring off a penalty corner in the second at 1:15 to make it 2-0. And then very late in the period with 2:06 to go, Abby Morrill scored an unassisted goal to make it 3-0. Penalty corners, by my count in the first half, 7 for Cony and 6 for MCI. Did I get that right?
That is what I also have.
Excellent. We're brothers in arms there. So
like
7-6 in favor of Cony. The score a little not really indicative of how well MCI has played. They've had some real serious spurts of offense.
Yeah, I thought in the first quarter, MCI came out, I think, surprised the Rams a little bit. You get those 2 quick saves, then they couldn't get another shot on goal. And then Cony gets the penalty corners, Morrill scores. Second opens up with that penalty corner. Deneen puts one in. And then I thought MCI controlled the game for most of the second quarter. And then just a restart. Cony gets the ball down in the offensive zone. Stinson handles on a restart. Morrill picks her pocket, goes around another defender, puts it right past Rivera. It's 3-0. I think MCI's done a surprisingly good job, given, one of the things we'll watch, especially still in here in the second half, is how did they handle this Cony midfield that we saw against Lawrence really have stretches where they dominated in transition. They just couldn't score. And MCI, to this point, I think has been up to the task. Specifically, Stenson seems like she's been all over the field for the Huskies.
Really fun player to watch. Great motor, great just stick-to-itiveness. She's all over it. But, as is so often the case, when you've got, when teams are evenly matched, but you've got that one superstar, that one absolute great one, such a difference maker they usually are, and Abby Morrill is that. She's a difference maker. She can take 2 evenly matched teams and make them unevenly matched because she is a superstar and very hard to stop.
We've seen now 2 straight games, right? The Lawrence, it was the exact same thing. You get a restart defensively. Lawrence, last game, MCI in this one, you get a restart deep in your own zone. Morrill comes up, pressures you, picks your pocket, makes a couple quick moves. Now it's your goalie one-on-one with Morrill, and I got to be honest, Lawrence has a really good goalie. Revere hadn't seen a ton of shots today, but I would take Morrill more often than not in that matchup.
Yeah, I think most goalies want to go in the fetal position when they see Abby Morrill coming at them one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's a daunting task, to say the least, and we've seen her offensive prowess on display here in the first half. So a 3-0 game. Again, Abby Morrill, Helen Deneen, and Abby Morrill with the goals. 7-6 penalty corners in favor of the Cony Rams at the half. So a pretty even half as far as that is concerned, but the difference so far has been Abby Morrill plays for one side and can't play for the other side. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. 3-zip Cony, second half action, next on The Score.
Is it time for an auto loan? The team at Connected Credit Union will focus on an affordable monthly payment to fit your budget, while offering you a low rate and great service. Give our loan team a try for your next auto purchase. The added convenience of applying online or using our mobile app is just one more way Connected Credit Union makes your financing easy. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
At Central Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm gonna be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Local sports on the score, brought to you by our friends at Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected by computer improvements. From sales of computers and accessories to service, they are your go-to computer score. And by Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup. 3-zip. The Cony Rams on top of the MCI Huskies here as we get ready to go in the second half, as we get some shade on the far side of the field. Certainly the players happy about that on the benches. And teams will swap sides. Chichi Rivera will be down to our right. Avery Maxim will be down to our left.
Yeah, MCI, I think, like we talked about at halftime, has done, I think, a nice job of staying toe-to-toe, I think, with the Rams. But the difference is, like you said, I think when you have a player like Morrill who can be that X factor, MCI just needs a goal so badly.
All right, Riley Williams starts it off. Celia Stinson, one of the better players in the first half of both sides, and a whistle and a restart for Stinson. Down the left side, trying to backhand it, slows it up, and it's knocked out of bounds there on a poke by Gabby Vachon. Stinson flips, comes down, stopped by Doobie. Doobie kept it outside the circle, kept alive, though, by Charlotte Peasley. Here comes Morrill, though. Morrill at midfield. Doesn't matter sometimes how many defenders are back there. Breaking it up was Walker, but a restart. Caroline Hendrickson. In the middle of the field, that is Morrill. Morrill right to the net. And that was actually ridden out of there by a defender and not the goalkeeper. It was Danielle Armiger.
I think Rivera actually, I think, got a small piece of it. Morrill just didn't get very much on it.
So Rivera was out of the play, and Danielle Armiger, a junior fullback, was able to break the play up at the end. Kept alive here by Cony's Kate Morin. Morin inside the circle, whistle. It's going to go back to MCI, just starting things here in the third. It is 3-0 Cony. Next goal, MCI's got to score it if they want to have a chance in this. That's bunted down, if I can use that term, by Natalie Doobie.
How was her form?
It was very good. She squared around like you're supposed to with two hands on the bat.
All right, get Doobie to Mikey V's summer bunting camp.
Going to have to do it. We're going to have it once. You know what? Once they get a new baseball field in Skowhegan, there's a shot. That's wide. We are going to have a bunting clinic.
I think that's the perfect way. What other way would you reopen
make a fundraiser
field?
out of it or something?
Yeah, and plus we know Mr. Jones of Skowhegan is a big fan and wants to be one of the staff on the camp.
All right, restart. Hendrickson back to Doobie. Doobie flipped it up, stick down, loose in front, trying to get a handle on it was Gabby Vachon. It's right in front of the net there. Still loose. Cony, a lot of red in the area. Backhander went wide. I believe that was Gabby Vachon. Now at the top, a backhander by Abby Morrill goes through, and this is going to be a penalty corner.
I actually think, I'm not sure, it might have been Vachon. I didn't see either. It might have been LaBelle, but I think Rivera had to knock that one down. So she quickly picked up 2 saves here to open the second half.
8th penalty corner of the game.
And here's a chance. This would be a real backbreaker for MCI.
Yeah, you cannot allow a goal here. Back it goes to Morrill. Morrill inside the circle. Morrill still stick handling around. Shoots it. It's knocked down by Chichi Rivera. That was going to go in.
Yes. I completely agree. Not only that, she dove on it, as you'll see at the end here of the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
She got her stick up and
That was
blocked it.
Awesome save.
Casey Monson on another penalty corner. This is number 9, Morrill. Laid it over. Hendrickson's shot blocked in front there. Good defense on the play by Nora Jamison. Still loose inside the circle. Stinson rides it off, and another one. Number 9.
And these are the backbreakers, especially, I think, once you talk about very up and down games, especially the second quarter, and now just getting to have to defend again and again and
Where's
again.
your down? Where's your down? Casey Monson. Morrill. It's going to go to Doobie. Now to Morrill. Morrill missed the pass. Over on the other side, Charest. Charest outside the circle. Over to Doobie. Doobie winds up looking for a deflection. Didn't get it. It rolls all the way over and out.
A break there for the Huskies. Morrill, Cony going to Morrill each time on those penalty corners, but Morrill just couldn't handle that one and just got a little bit discombobulated. Now the Huskies potentially a chance here to
catch the breath.
Yeah, exhale.
Celia Stinson.
Got to be careful, though. Morrill always lurking to try and create quick opportunities.
There is a steal. That wasn't Morrill. That was Caroline Hendrickson who stole that outlet. It is kept in the zone, though, by MCI. Or they couldn't clear the zone, I should say. Cony kept it in. At the top, it is Doobie. Doobie rides it down the sideline, trying to work on Jamison. Reverses back to the top to Caroline Hendrickson. Check that. No, that's Doobie. Doobie inside the circle. That goes out. And it will go to MCI now. 9:59 to go.
That's the problem with Stinson is a very good ball handler, so that's, I think, why MCI has been able to kind of handle Cony. But if you're a team that doesn't have strong midfield play and you have to go against Morrill and Hendrickson, you're talking about transition after transition. And then it's not even talking about Deneen or Vachon.
Celia Stinson flipped it up, knocked down by the stick of Helen Deneen. Far side, rolls up. It'll be a restart. They'll have to back it up. Nora Jamison. It's been all Cony in the first 5 minutes plus here of the third after MCI had a very good ending to the first half.
I thought they had a pretty good second quarter. The box score doesn't show it because it was 2-0 for Cony, but I thought, had a ton of possession time.
Hendrickson slides it over to Monson. Monson checked by Aaliyah Harris. Harris
nice
kept it alive.
Harris
and
fighting for it.
Kate Morin at midfield trying to get away from Harris. Harris stonewalling her, gets help on the double team by Angelina Bosver.
Uh-oh.
Now Harris almost stole it. Be a good idea here for Kate Morin to get rid of that ball, don't you think?
Morin, I think a little bit of a break there, just seeding ground, a little bit of contact.
Here's Hendrickson. She'll deal with it.
Now that'll quickly change fields.
Stinson on the steal. Celia Stinson. She's got a head of steam. She's a great ball carrier. Stinson worked it ahead. Stinson keeps it alive. Got Aaliyah Harris with her. Stinson back to the net. Turns, tries to get a shot off. Cannot. And penalty corner or a restart? It is a penalty corner.
MCI 7th. I mean, they've had no shortage of them.
First one for them in the second half.
The problem is I think I've got 3 shots on goal for the Huskies, and I believe only one of them has come from penalty corners.
Vivian Walker will dish. Walker to Stinson. Stinson inside the circle, rides it over a shot, and as soon as she was ready to fire that, the referee had his hands in the air, and we're going to do it again.
Staying even. That 10 for Cony? That's now the 8th for the Huskies.
All right, here's the pass. Stinson comes in. Stinson whacks it. It's hit high, and Maxim knocks it down. The loose ball back to Stinson. Stinson rode it wide, and now it's cleared out by Cony over in the shade over there. Unable to clear, though, for the Rams, Ashley Olsen. Kept alive by Charlotte Peasley. It's going to be a restart here. Yes. For the Huskies. Or check that for the Rams. Back up far side, goes to MCI. Giveaway there by Cony. Rams up 3-zip, 6:50 to go in the third. First of 3 in a row field hockey-wise. Mount Ararat at Skowhegan tomorrow afternoon at 4.
That's a big one.
Gardner at Cony. Wednesday night at 7.
Nighttime field hockey. Get your dinner and come out to Augusta.
Maybe you can have dinner there. That was a very busy snack shack the other night at Cony.
That was just a great night.
They
in
moved some
general.
food, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they moved some food.
That and some T-shirts.
Yes, it was Autism Awareness Night. Going to get a penalty corner here for MCI. And according to Cony football coach B.L. Lippert, a rousing success. All 1,000 T-shirts they had made up sold.
Tell you what, we wore them all weekend in our house.
Yeah, I finally put mine in a wash.
Yeah.
2 wears was good.
Yeah, me too. I wore it with you Saturday, wore it most of the day, and then, into the wash.
All right. The pass slides out to Peasley. Peasley goes back over to Stinson. Stinson defended by Johnson, and a whistle, and another penalty corner is coming.
MCI finding, getting some possession. I think their team desperately needed after that flurry from Cony. Just got it. The Huskies badly need a goal.
Vivian Walker will line it up. Walker, top of the circle to Peasley. Peasley whipped it over to the right side. Trying to handle it there was Bosver. Could not.
Whoop!
Inside the circle, cleared out. And again.
Maxim, I think, almost planted her foot on that one. You're going to see here at the end.
So that is now 5 penalty corners here in the second half.
All in a row.
For MCI, correct. Here's the slide. Back up top to Peasley. Peasley nudges over on the right for Williams. Williams chasing it over in the far corner by the flag. And it is going to go to Cony.
I see all those helmets flying. Good indication of who's getting the possession. Or, that it's not at least a penalty corner because actually this is staying with MCI.
Right. Stinson. Stick handles in traffic. Stinson angles to the circle, shoots it inside the circle. Loose ball there. Cony rides it out, and we will get yet another one.
MCI on these penalty corners, 6 straight here, trying to sort of get these big angled passes, and I get that trying to move the defense. The problem is Cony, I think, is just reacting, and you've struggled getting shots. I'd look to get something quick, maybe out to the point man, quick tap, and just blast.
All right, Walker again will deal it. To Harris, or check that out to the near the top Peasley. Peasley lost it on the stick handle, and it comes out, and here comes Abby Morrill.
Oh, boy.
Morrill with a head of steam. Morrill against 3 defenders, got slowed up there. Good poke check by Bosver. And that allowed MCI to get back into the play. Now it is Helen Deneen. Whoops, there's a whiff.
Yeah, that's going
Swing
the other
and a
way.
miss.
That is absolutely going the other way.
3.5 to go into third. Lucia Wilson. Now Williams with a loose ball. Now scooped up by Peasley. Charlotte Peasley. Pocket picked. Back with it, though, MCI. Huskies staying with it. Midfield, MCI. Picks off the clearing pass. That's a really good stick handle there by, is that Peasley?
Stinson.
Oh, it's Stinson. That's right.
Because it's just safe to say. I got to be honest with you. If there were 3 21s on this MCI team, I'd buy it if you told me that. She is everywhere.
Lost that, though, as soon as you heaped praise on her.
That's how it goes, man. The announcer curse is real.
Gabby Vachon stole it.
Stick here with the Huskies.
A little limp there
yeah.
for Riley Williams. And, of course, we talked at the top of the broadcast, the lack of depth. There are only 2 players on the bench for MCI. So
Stinson took that shot there, goes wide, and
the depth isn't deep.
Yeah, she is not feeling good. It has not walked off.
Restart here, knocked down by Caroline Hendrickson. Over to Monson. Monson fanned, and that's going to go to Cony.
Yeah, Cony got a chance here as MCI trying to make a sub. She can't get over there quick.
Vachon. Over midfield, double teamed. He'll start it again. Gabby. Really, really good player for a freshman. Lots of speed on that right side of the Cony offense. Gabby back out front. Ashley Olsen, not of the Olsen twins.
That we know
Ashley
of.
Olsen from Augusta. Well, the Olsen twins have got to be in their 40s now, right?
Okay, Olsen niece then. How about that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe the other Olsens are like her aunt or something.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible. All right, Aaliyah Harris back to Stinson. Celia Stinson on the backhand. I don't know how they do it. Some kind of talent.
Went 5-hole.
That was great. Stinson steals, though. She is a piece of work. Motor City.
Going to stay with the Huskies.
Yep. Restart here for Stinson and company. 1 minute left in the third. It's 3-0 Cony. Goes all the way through Haley Johnson. Johnson defended on the play by Peasley. Johnson far side. Peasley hanging right with her. Whistle.
MCI keeping the
ball.
pressure
Yep.
on. Just having trouble getting the ball to Maxim. Ideally through Maxim or past Maxim, but just not even making it have to be a save.
All right, here's Abby Morrill trying to bust it out. Slowed up. Restart for Cony. Morrill left side.
Good
sends
pass.
away Monson. Down the left side, check that. That's Helen Deneen. Helen Deneen wearing number 7. Helen winds up. Bats it all the way, and it's going to roll out.
What? They didn't make it.
Didn't make it. Not enough on it, huh?
Yeah.
On this natural grass, and it's going to be Cony's ball here on the restart.
Vashon got the infractions. Going back to MCI.
All right, Blake. 5 seconds left in the quarter. And that runs the clock out. And we are through 3 here at MCI in Pittsfield. No scoring in the third, so we go to the fourth. The score remains the Cony Rams 3, the MCI Huskies nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Local sports on The Score brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less online at cmautogroup.com. Our coverage also brought to you by Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. By SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And by Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference at Assistance Plus. Well, the MCI Huskies need some assistance to tie this game up. They trail 3-0 as we go to the fourth on goals by Morrill, Deneen, and Morrill.
To me, thus far, the box score is a little bit misleading. I think this has been a much more even match, I think, than the score indicates. It's just I don't want to say a couple more individual plays more than anything. I mean, Cony's made the plays. I don't want to take anything away from him. Uh-oh, Mike, you lost the scoreboard again. I got you.
Time reboot.
Yeah, we lost the MCI scoreboard, but don't worry. Central Maine Sports always keeps an accurate scoreboard.
Absolutely. Ashley Knight is on it. All right, underway second half. 3-0 in favor of Cony. Abby Morrill right there, responsible for 2 of the 3. Almost broke that play.
Yeah, that was nearly a breakaway.
Draw. Here's Stinson. Boy, she, if anybody on this field deserves to score a goal, it's Celia Stinson.
She has just been, again, I think that Cony, I think, one of their strengths. I'll wait.
Here's Morrill. Morrill pushing the issue.
I would say that's what I was saying. I think one of Cony's biggest strengths is between Hendrickson and Morrill. They're two-way players. They can create transition out of great defensive plays. And Stinson's ability to sort of lead her team has, I think, negated that a little bit today and kept them in it.
Monson and Vachon right outside the circle, not able to make a play with it. Now it's picked up on the near side by Lucia Wilson. Wilson checked there by Kate Morin. They're going to give it to MCI. Here comes Wilson. Kate Morin breaks it up, though. Kate Morin up to Vachon. Vachon sticked and stopped by Stinson. Stinson keeps it in bounds. Stinson going for it there with Morin, knocked out of bounds. Stinson will restart it. A flip up. Rolls down to Wilson. Wilson to Harris. Harris. A shot by Riley Williams deflected high. It was blocked. Now loose at the circle. Coming out of the net. Maxim kicking at it there. And Maxim cleared it. Rolls right to the stick, though, of Nora Jameson. Now we get a whistle and a restart here for Cony, Caroline Hendrickson.
And not much there, but Maxim did have to step out and give that one a boot.
Abby Morrill breaks down. Morrill, stick handles. Morrill goes wide to the forehand. Score! It's a hat trick for Abby Morrill. And a 4-0 Cony lead.
I mean, there's just a prime example, I think, of ultimately, Mike, when we get into the postgame. And there's still plenty of time. I'm not saying anything. But I think that's what we're going to end up talking about is just that type of player is the difference in this game.
Ashley Knight, how much time is left? Okay, so 1:57 is the time of the goal. Thank you.
Just for the record, I've got the scoreboard over here, too, if you want.
I can't. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell
but
me.
You can include her. I'm just saying, if you need me, I'm over here with it, too.
I like her better than
That's
you.
fair. That I think a lot of people do. Yeah. A vast majority, if I may.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to is a matter.
Yeah, that
also
tracks.
fair.
That tracks. Chaz agrees. It's a consensus here.
It's trending on Twitter right now. That people like her better than they like you.
That's fair. I accept.
I'm going to make that trend on Twitter after this game is over with.
Please do.
4-0 Cony. And needless to say, MCI desperately needs to score. It's not because they haven't had pressure. They've had pressure. As far as shots, that's another word or another story altogether. They've had plenty of penalty corners and plenty of pressure, but not a lot of great shots.
Yeah, well, we just saw this game last week. Speaking of who we're seeing tomorrow, is we had a collision here.
Yeah, slowly getting up. Kate Morin, number 14 in red, for those of you watching the video.
Who was it, Mike? I forgot. I should have asked at the beginning. Was it Morin that went down in the Lawrence game? She got her ankle twisted up, right? That was her, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I believe so. So good to see her out there. Those, again, Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Everything we've covered since Mike and I from spring 2 seasons ago is up there. But she got tangled up and had her ankle fallen on. So good to see her back out there.
She's trying to work it out right now. A little slow.
A little stiff.
And I think Kate Morin's going to make her way to the sidelines.
It sure looks like it.
Yeah, she's going to leave.
Of course.
Meantime, Abby Morrill breaks away.
She's got Vachon.
Morrill with Vachon ahead of the pack. Morrill puts her head up. Morrill goes to the backhand, and it's going to be a penalty corner.
Yeah, and to just real quick as Cony sets up for this, just to finish your thought, I think up until, let me double check my count here, 12 to 7, 10, 11. MCI still has the advantage on penalty corners, but just as we saw with Mount Ariad against Meso, just because you get the possession, you got to get it through to the goal, and the Eagles against the Eagles mucked up the mid-half circle.
Casey Monson will dish. Monson, Hendrickson. Caroline lets it go and blocked there by Stinson. Thankfully, that either hit a stick or the shins of Stinson.
Actually, I believe, take a look at the mid-state replay, I believe that actually found its way to Jamison, number 4. And insult to injury off the body means we get another penalty corner.
So that's 5.5. Hendrickson again. Slows it down. Pass over to Morrill. Now back down low to Doobie. Doobie backhands it in. It's still loose there. Backhander score! Caroline Hendrickson!
What a nice feed. A little bit of accidental offense. Hendrickson just finds that and spins around with that backhand.
You know how much I love accidental offense, and that was.
I didn't want to fully put it in that category because it felt like Hendrickson, it was designed play. I think Doobie knew exactly what she wanted to do, and it was just a nice recovery there by Hendrickson to put that one in. And as I said, again, no exaggeration, Caroline Hendrickson to me is the best stick handler in field hockey in the state of Maine.
She can do a lot with the ball, that's for sure. Not only can she stick handle it, she can snap shots off wicked fast. 11-13, the time of that goal. Excuse me, not 11-13, 4-13, time of that goal. And it's 5-love.
And it's starting to feel right. MCI saw a player go off with injury. Not a ton of depth. Cony just starting to keep the pressure. Maybe just MCI starting to run out of gas.
Yeah, right now you're just trying to tread water if you're MCI. Their lack of depth, and of course Cony's got tons of it, has really started to show here. And it's a warm afternoon. I know that
too.
Terry Jean Wilkinson has worked greatly. Here comes Morrill again. Morrill beats one defender. Morrill now drives right down the middle, goes to the left on the backhand. Goaltender comes out, Rivera, and stuffed her. Still going to be a penalty corner, but at least avoided the goal for now.
See if there's actual save there. Definitely penalty corner. Just want to say, it's just such a great individual play. Yeah, I'm gonna give Rivera a save on that.
All right, Casey Monson will dish. Cony comfortably in front, 5-0. Doobie, back to Monson. Monson on the edge of the circle. Defended smartly there by Peasley. Gets loose inside the circle. Morrill drives.
I think it was wide.
It is wide.
Morrill, as you're going to see here, reacted late. As you see, I don't think she thought that was going to her. I think she thought Hendrickson was going to take it. And because of that, she kind of had to reach on the shot and ends up pulling it. Oh, Stinson tried to clear, immediately stolen by Morrill. And then stolen back by Stinson.
Turnabout is fair play. Here comes Celia Stinson. Stolen.
Tell you what, talking about lack of depth, someone who's going to need an ice bath and a long nap is Stinson.
Yeah, she's taking a lot of shots today. Down the right side, hustling Peasley. Peasley keeps it alive. Peasley, though, taken away by Doobie.
That was a great play by Doobie because that was developing into a 3-on-3 with a ton of Huskies spread across.
Yep, nice play by Natalie Doobie, the senior. Very experienced back there, and it shows. 5-0 Cony. Morrill, Deneen, Morrill, and Hendrickson. They have scored in the first, the second, and the fourth. Took the third off. We got a bump as Monson was bumped there by Angelina Bosver. Hendrickson squirts through her legs again, scooped up by Riley Williams. Williams ahead to Peasley. Peasley pocket picked. Now her pocket picked.
Good to see Williams back out there. She was the one that limped off earlier for the Huskies.
Yeah. And Kiera Mariner is out there for Cony as well, number 8. She's a senior. We got a trip up on the far side. She went down.
That was Peasley.
Fast, but bounced right back up. On the restart here for MCI, Nora Jamison. Head down, pass into the back of Aaliyah Harris, and I think they're going to restart it for Cony. They are. It is golfed up. Stinson steals. Stinson inside those long shadows of mid-September.
Stinson, again, another great defensive play there from Cony, because I think that was one more breakaway from Stinson getting into the circle and being able to just crank that one.
Stinson laid it back. Now back to Celia Stinson. Tries to swipe it in. It is blocked. Harris took a shot. That was blocked.
Penalty corner.
And a penalty corner here for MCI.
Again, like you said, it's not that MCI has their chances. I thought they played really well in the second quarter in terms of possession. We had a scoreless third. They now pick up their 13th penalty corner of the game.
It's a lot.
7th of the half.
Vivian Walker will dish.
They have done a nice job of getting opportunities, just haven't been able to finish them.
All right, Walker. Not much on that. Out to Stinson. Stinson lets it go. It's kicked up by Maxim, and they'll do it again.
Take a quick look on that one. Stinson, I think, did a nice job. I was fooled. I thought she was passing that. Fed through. Maxim kicks it. Will give her a save, and then, of course, another MCI penalty corner.
All right, here's Vivian Walker, a junior for MCI. Slides it out. Goes by Peasley to Stinson. Stinson wraps it up, and the shot is wide.
Stinson's, I think, initial shot was blocked. Someone else, I couldn't see behind the ref, got a piece of it. Maxim stepped out really far. If there's a couple of Huskies on the backside who had a golden opportunity.
Well, that one is blasted all the way through everybody, all the way through Bertacci. Bertacci has to retreat, broken up by Morrill, and it's a restart here for Cony.
Which is honestly best case scenario, because that was Morrill knocking that one down, going one-on-one.
All right, here's a Hendrickson, that is. Hendrickson up to Vashon, and that rolls out. And
I think it's staying with the Rams, I believe.
Yep.
I think come out outside of the circle, back out to the box.
Caroline Hendrickson will stop it there. They'll roll it back to Doobie. 5 minutes to go. Comfortable lead here.
Ooh.
Ouch. Right off the bean there of Riley Williams. That'll leave a mark.
Ooh. Yeah, on the Mid-State Machine replay, instant replay, it's worse.
She just shook her ponytail, so maybe it caught more of her ponytail than
Hopefully.
the actual head.
Again, she was the one that limped off in the third quarter, so she getting beat up today.
Yeah, ice packs for her tonight too, along with some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And some hydration.
Nice
Here's a
play.
Nice steal here by Aaliyah Harris. Harris, 1-on-3. Harris slowed it down. Harris with a shot. It's blocked, and a whistle. And it's going to be a penalty corner for the Huskies.
Nice job. Again, another breakaway. Unfortunately, it's a good play. It's just unfortunately how it's gone for the Huskies today, as they end up with a penalty corner, which they've stacked up over a dozen of them. Just can't get one into the goal.
All right, the masks and such on. It looks like Friday the 13th all over there.
Which we just had.
Which was just last Friday.
Yeah.
All right, now another mask and helmet for Caroline Hendrickson. Pass back out to the point. Now over to the corner. Peasley slides it up, looking for a deflection. Right in front of the net is Riley Williams, just in case, but the just in case never happened.
Yeah, Maxim kicked that one down and then lost it in her feet. Regardless, we're going to do it again.
Yep, so that's 10 penalty corners for MCI in the half.
Yep, and 16 overall.
That's a lot.
I think you're Cony on one hand. You're proud of your defense. You got not allowed Maxim to have to make a ton of shots, but yeah, 16's too many.
Here's Vivian Walker. Peasley at the top. They slide it over to the right, looking for a deflection in front. Jamison, ball still loose there. Swooping at it from the side was Walker, and they're going to do it again.
Yeah, Maxim went out there and might have actually been the cause of the penalty corner, because I don't think she got a save, but she went out there and kicked, and I think got a piece of one of the MCI players' sticks.
All right, penalty corner from the other side. Stinson belts it. It's blocked in front. The rebound, right on the doorstep, and flipping her stick at it there was Riley Williams yet again, and she could not drive it home. Williams all alone there at the goal mouth, and that is the end of that. It will be a restart here for the Cony Rams with 2:25 left on an absolutely gorgeous mid-September afternoon in Pittsfield.
Yeah, Stimson blasted through. I think it got knocked down. Then there's a save. Missed that backside, like you said, and then she made another save.
Aaliyah Harris drives it down in the far corner, saved by Cony. Drive to the net there by MCI.
Another penalty corner.
The penalty corners just pile up, 12 in the half. That's 18 now overall. And this with 1:50 to go.
And your MCI, you just desperately want to get a goal. You've had so many chances.
All right, the masks have been donned. Here it is. Outside to Peasley. They slide it in the circle. Right there is Maxim, and it's going to go to the Cony Rams.
Yeah, right before they executed that pass along the end line, whistle went against them.
All right, Hendrickson drives it up. She's going to keep her mask on. Now she's going to flip it off.
It looked like she was going to go get some coaching, and then the ball worked its way back towards her.
Right. 1 minute to go, and it'll be a happy bus ride home for the Cony Rams. And that's flipped up, hits a stick high, and violation on MCI, sliding it out. Caroline Hendrickson slowed down at midfield. Look out. There's Abby Morrill in the shade. Abby of 3 today. A pickoff by Arminger. Arminger to Leah Harris. Harris couldn't handle it. Casey Monson. Checked on the play by Charlotte Peasley with 30 seconds left. Playing all in the center of the field. What we would call in ice hockey the neutral zone.
Yes. And that's where Cony, I think, is really effective. Credit to, again, Stinson, I think, a massive part of it. But MCI, I thought, held their own. Just a little bit of bad luck, maybe, a little bit of great effort from a star player that is Abby Morrill. Doesn't go your way.
And right in front of us, that ball harmlessly rolls, and that is it. The Cony Rams with a nice road win this afternoon. The final score here from Pittsfield, Cony 5 and MCI nothing. Our postgame show. Boy, the great mystery of who our score player of the game is going to be, and more. Coming up next on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here post-game at MCI High School in Pittsfield, where the Cony Rams have come up here today and beaten the MCI Huskies in field hockey by a final score of 5-0 as we roll on with our post-game show now. And the goals here in this one, let them roll, AJ. Whenever you feel like you want to get them started here, we'll narrate. I will let you because I can't see that.
Yeah, so this is Morrill's first goal here. A nice little play from Hendrickson to her, and she just puts the turbo on it. The second one here coming off a penalty corner. Hendrickson involved again. It gets tied up, and then Deneen's able to put it home. This we've seen a couple times. You're going to get a great defensive play by Morrill. She goes around 1 and 2 and then buries it in the back of the goal. That was 3 goals. Here is a great save by Rivera. She had to get off her feet to knock down that one from Morrill. And then here, just a dangerous spot. 1-on-3 doesn't matter. Morrill's in a ton of open space. She puts that one in, and then a little bit of icing on the cake. Doobie feeds it to the center. Hendrickson finds it, backhands, goal. 5-0 Cony.
So 3 goals a Hattie today for Abby Morrill. She scored at 9:13 of the first period. Then Helen Deneen scored at 1:15 of the second period to make it 2-0. Morrill made it 3-0 at 12:54, an unassisted goal, and it was 3-0 at halftime. No scoring at all in the third, and then Morrill at 1:57 to complete her hat trick to make it 4-0. Caroline Hendrickson scored at 4:13 to make it 5-0. Penalty corners. MCI out penalty cornered Cony. The final count, MCI 18 and Cony 13. So the Huskies had their chances. It's all about finishing, and they just didn't finish. Plus, they don't have Abby Morrill on their team.
Yeah, I think you saw Stinson, I think, really made a big impact in the transition game. I think she helped keep it balanced. I think there's, again, I said it at halftime, as cliche as it is in sports. When it was 3-0 at halftime, I felt like the game was closer than the score. Morrill made a couple of nice plays, and just MCI couldn't convert it at half. They had 6 penalty corners. They quickly got up to about 10 early in the third and just couldn't even get a shot on goal. They had 3 shots on goal, I think, with 10 penalty corners. One of them was from a penalty corner because they had 2 to open up the game on a transition opportunity. They started to pile them up. Maxim ended up actually making 10 saves. Problem is, I think, is to steal a phrase you use, I think, a lot in hockey, there's a difference between a shot on goal and a really good offensive opportunity. Right. They're not the same thing.
No, they are not. So congratulations to Abby Morrill, today's score player of the game. This is game 1 of 3 field hockey games in a row for us. Tomorrow we're in Skowhegan. Mount Ararat in Skowhegan. That's got interesting written all over it. A great Class A matchup. Have it tomorrow here on The Score at 4 o'clock. AJ and I will be there for that. Then on Thursday night, we'll be in Augusta back at Fuller Field as the Cony Rams take on the Gardner Tigers in field hockey. That is a 7 o'clock start. Boys soccer on Thursday afternoon out in South China as Erskine Academy takes on the Waterville Purple Panthers. Then on Friday, it's high school football, Lawrence at Skowhegan. And then Saturday afternoon, a great football matchup between Foxcroft Academy and the Winslow Black Raiders. AJ Knight will bring you the play-by-play of that game. John Coughlin, my old broadcasting buddy from way, way back, and Chaz is nodding his head because he's worked with John Coughlin before. Johnny C. will be on the broadcast as well. You're going to have fun, AJ.
I'm looking forward to it, getting out of your shit. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be a good game. Winslow, I think, again, everybody talking about, including you talking to Coach Littlefield ahead of their season opener, that everybody was looking at Foxcroft reloading and being the favorite to win again. That Winslow rushing attack is nothing to sneeze at. They got a pair of good ones, and they've got an experienced O-line.
So a big week of local sports. The schedule, as always, at centralmainsports.com, also at 1160thescore.com, also on the Score's Facebook page as well. So for Chaz Wing, for Ashley Knight, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from MCI High School in Pittsfield. Final score here today in field hockey, the Cony Rams 5 and the MCI Huskies 0.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, and JDH3 Design. Remember, every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports.